Yung CFRA kasi or Common Fisheries Resource Analysis was brought about by an initiative na nag-emanate from the Center for Humanitarian Dialogue. So, isa siyang international NGO that works on fostering peace in areas na medyo may conflict. And dahil alam naman natin may issues sa South China Sea slash some part of it is we call West Philippine Sea. So nag-approach sila sa mga countries to work together na mga fishery scientists looking at its fisheries. No? So this was in 2017 nung pumunta sila sa Pilipinas, and they looked for fishery scientists that can work on that objective. So doon ko sila nakilala, initially yung Center for Humanitarian Dialogue. And from there, the Philippines, me representing our country, was invited into an international workshop in 2018 together with scientists from the different countries bordering the South China Sea, including China, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, and of course the Philippines. And doon nagsimula yung usapin among these countries, ano ang gagawin natin sa pag-aaral sa South China Sea fisheries. So we started with a workshop and we talk about how do we go about collaborating and studying the fisheries in South China Sea. And doon nagkasundo na okay, we need to do joint assessment of ng population ng isda, whether okay pa ba yung fishes na nandyan sa South China Sea or hindi pa. Doon, sa workshop na yon, nagkasundo na tawagin siyang Common Fisheries Resource Analysis. Now, ano ba yung framework na yun? Again, it's basically a collaborative framework where these countries will jointly assess a certain species. And yung unang CFRA, we looked at the status ng skipjack, and then yung second one would be yung kawakawa o yung eastern little tuna. So, yun. And we identified these species kasi sila yung shared among the 5 countries, and then sila din yung commercially important for all these countries. And more importantly, sila yung na-identify na may existing data dun sa 5 countries na yon para makaroon ng collaboration. Kasi kung yung isa walang data, walang matatawag na collaboration among the 5 kung yung isa ay naiwan. Eventually, we decided on a tool. So, anong klaseng assessment tool ang gagamitin? May species ka na, no? May data ka. So, ano ngayon yung tool na pwedeng gamitin based on the existing data, which is basically length frequencies. May catch data, pero may mga sukat yung mga isda dun sa nahuhuli ng bawat countries. May record. Okay, later on, nabuo na, okay, we go for the length-based spawning potential ratio analysis, all LBSPR. So, nauna yon yung skipjack kasi nga, commercially important. No? And then, we looked at another one and lumabas na yung kawakawa or eastern little tuna would be a good candidate for the collaborative research or CFRA nga.
Yung kawakawa is a species belonging to the tuna family, or in science, it's Scombridae family. Yung kawakawa is a small tuna compared dun sa mas kilala na mga yellowfin, skipjack. Mas maliit siya, pero the same family sila. Sila yung mga susunod dun sa malalaki. Isang pangalan nga niya is Bonito, sa iba is Little Tuna. Although, syempre, pag local name, nagiging ambiguous. So, mas kilala siya sa common name niya na kawakawa. Eutinus affinis ang scientific name. Meron siyang distinguishing characteristic from the other tuna, yung color dun sa upper part ng body niya, medyo unique sa kanya. Hindi mo matawag na stripe kasi balubaloktot na hindi mo maintindihan. Pero yun nga, minsan napapagkamalan siya dun sa ibang species pagka medyo hindi matingkad yung kulay.
Una sa lahat, kasi yung tool na to, it uses length data. Okay? So, yung ibang tool kasi would require, for example, dami ng itlog or haba ng buhay. Pero dahil lang available data is length, so nakita namin baka pwede nga itong length-based spawning potential ratio kasi may length. Now, ano naman yung SPR? So, yung SPR is spawning potential ratio. Ano naman yung tinitignan niya? Paano siya ginagamit para ma-assess yung status ng population? Parang in layman's term, yung methodology will allow you to know more or less kung yung naiwang population ng isda dun sa area based on nahuli at dun sa size ay madidetermine mo kung yung capacity niya to reproduce. Okay. So, essentially what we do is pag yung 30% yung capacity niya to reproduce, kumbaga parang may power siya to produce at 30%, then okay pa siya, especially kung 30% or more. Pero yung capacity niyo na reproduce is less than that, then hindi na siya sustainable. Ibig sabihin, unti-unting magdi-decline. So parang ang analogy, another one dyan, is yung sa tao, yung replacement. What happens is that, parang ang sinasabi sa isang couple, kapag nanganak sila ng dalawa per couple, sustainable siya, mariretain lang yung population. Pag nagtatlo siya at every couple nanganganak ng tatlo or more, merong what you call population explosion. Pero pag yung anak naman ng every couple, usually isa or kaya wala, ano mangyayari? Magdi-decline yung population. So parang ganun din yung tinitignan ng SPR. So we had to look at the capacity in terms of percentage number. Oo, kung okay pa ba yung status ng kawakawa. Now, sa Philippines, specifically, syempre, ang titingnang data is yung facing the West Philippine Sea, South China Sea, which is yung western side ng Philippines. Fortunately, because yun nga, kaya medyo confident tayo kasi mayroong National Stock Assessment Program.
Sa ginawang data gathering or yung ginamit na data from regions 1 and 3 ng mga pagsusukat or measurements or length frequency measurements na nangyari for the last 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, 5 years yung aming naging aral dito ni kasamahan natin, tsaka yung independent consultant na CHD na si Dr. Jeremy Prince. Sa Region 1, ang range niya is 0.54 to 0.81 yung lumabas kasi sa kanya medyo marami pang nahuhuling malaki. Okay? Lesser yung maliit. Ang dapat, sa rule of thumb, para maganda ang iyong yung cycle, nasa 0.2 ang limit. Kung nasa 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, you are doing good. Yung population mo is healthy. Sa Region 3 naman, nag-range siya from 0.4 to 0.66. So, sabi nga, baka dahil medyo ang naging sukat sa kanya medyo maliliit. So, ang paggamit kasi nung formula na yan, hindi lang yung sa sukat, at binase din yan sa lifespan nung isda. Over the years, marami nang na-kolekta, nasukat, natingnan na information on Eutinus affinis. So, yun yung ginamit para sa analysis for yung tinatawag nating CIFRA or Common Fisheries Resources Analysis.
And fortunately, we're happy to say na yung Region 1 and 3 ng Kawakawa, it shows that the LBSPR values is about 40 to 80%. So, kung ang tinitingnan nating threshold, for example, is 30%, ibig sabihin mukhang okay pa yung population ng Kawakawa, at least dun sa Region 1 and 3. Okay? And doon sa ibang countries, actually, more or less, it shows the same thing. Except, may indication dito sa may bandang North, South China Sea, parang nawala yung population ng kawakawa. And that will be explained in the paper that will come out. Abangan na lang natin yon. Ano yung specific explanation for that. But for our case, we are happy to note na yung analysis shows that medyo okay pa yung population ng kawa-kawa sa Western Luzon.